The Michael Jackson tour was just a lucky break. I was playing in 7 different bands around LA. I mean, the kind of thing where it's all original music and you play maybe once or twice a month if you're lucky. And I wasn't really happy with any of them. And I was just kind of focused on, boy, I would really like to just have one great band that I'm inspired to work with. And within a month of those thoughts, poof, I got a call to audition for Michael Jackson. And I knew there was a ton of people that were auditioning, so I didn't want to get my hopes up because it was a huge thing. I mean, especially 1987, he was at the peak, and the Bad album had just come out, and Thriller was, on the way to 10 billion sales. And Michael was everywhere. I mean, Michael Jackson toothpaste, Michael Jackson lunchboxes, everything. And it was really exciting to audition. I asked when the last possible time I could audition was so I could stay at home and cancel all the students I was teaching at the time and just work on his tunes. So I did that for several days and finally went down and auditioned. And there was no band. It was just a guy with a video camera, go. So it was pretty relaxed, fortunately. It was actually more relaxed than if I had been playing with a band, because I already knew the Beat It solo from playing it in a top 40 band, and they wanted to hear some funk stuff, so I just improvised something funky, because that was 90% of the show, was comping for the tunes. And then the Beat It solo was my 16-bar highlight in the show. And then I played the Giant Steps tapping solo that ended up on my first record. And then the hardest part was they asked me, he wanted to get kind of a sense of my personality. So talk. I mean, talking to a camera, a one-way conversation with myself was probably the hardest part. I just all of a sudden couldn't think of what to say. I probably went LA on them, and I'm a Sagittarius, and I like fluffy dogs. So a few days later, I heard back finally. I came home I was teaching at GIT at the time, and I came home, and on my answering machine was 3 messages from someone at Musicians Institute, because they had a referral program there, and that's how I got connected with that. You got to call me back. There's an audition for you. The next message, aren't you home yet? Please call me back. And eventually I called back, and they said Michael Jackson was auditioning, and that was to get the audition. But the great call was, he likes your stuff. Come back and play with the band and see how it goes. And next thing I knew, I had a ticket to Tokyo and playing for 50, 60,000 people, which was a trip, because I had been playing at Guitarist or FM Station and around the Valley and in Hollywood generally with 3 other bands. You haul your crap down there, you can't park, you get your stuff in, you play your set, and then get out of there before anybody steals your equipment. And all of a sudden I have 5-star hotels and great travel accommodations, so it was a hell of a change for me, and one that I got used to easily.